Hey, it's us.
We got B and Ad.
B and Ad.
Together, it's bad.
That is bad.
Are you recording this?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Ad.
B.
What are you doing here?
Here to make a drink.
Do you know what we're making?
Well, I don't know, but it's gotta have two components. The first one is that it's gotta be Midori, and the second?
Vodka?
Sour!
Yes, sour. Yes, we're making a Midori Sour today, but why? Because of this book right here. My huevos just got rolled around. See, the great thing about this is I'll just cut all this out. We're making a Midori Sour for this book right here, Jade City. Do you know anything about this book, Al?
Nothing at all.
Okay, let me just give you a quick synopsis and why we're making this drink. This book is about a city, a Japanese or Asian inspired city, and it's kind of a modern take on fantasy. You got these warring factions or clans within the city. And the thing that really makes this interesting is that there's this jade component, this magical jade that imbues the wearer with magical powers. It makes them faster, makes them stronger, gives them like heightened perception. So that's where the fantastical element comes in. And I thought, well, an Asian inspired setting, why don't I try to come up with an Asian inspired drink? And for that, I went with Midori. Now, Midori means green in Japanese, and it's melon liqueur that you were telling me you and your homies used to drink in clubs. Was that not what you were telling me?
Not exactly. I was saying the last time I had this drink was probably 1990s, and the setting was San Diego club life.
We have Midori, which also just happens to be green. Jade is green, and I thought perfect combination. So we're gonna make a Midori Sour, and by we, I mean Ad is gonna make a Midori Sour, and I'm gonna kind of walk him through it. There's eggs involved in this.
Ergo, the huevos.
Are you feeling lucky with salmonella?
As long as we add some alcohol to it.
Let's do it.
One thing I want to add is that this recipe is actually going to be for 2 drinks. So if you're making only 1 glass, you might want to cut it in half.
First thing we need is Midori, of course.
We need the egg first. Remember the dry shake.
It's a good thing you're here. The first thing we're gonna have to do is separate the egg whites from the egg yolks. This is gonna give our drink kind of a foamy top that's gonna look really cool. So let's separate these bad boys. Very nice separation.
Why, thank you, sir.
That was definitely the first take. We want to kind of emulsify this egg, so we're going in with a little bit of ice, and we're going to do what's called dry shaking it first. Shake that up. Shake it like you need it. All right, that looks nice and mixed up. Now we can go in with our alcoholic ingredients. The first one is going to be Midori. And remember, we're making a double, so we're going in with 3 ounces of Midori. Next ingredient, which isn't traditional, but we're adding it because we think it balances out this drink a little bit more, is vodka. And we're going in with 1 ounce of vodka. For your single drink, it's gonna be 0.5 ounces. The next ingredient is Cointreau, which is a traditional ingredient in this, and we're going with 1 ounce of that as well. The lemon juice is actually fresh lemons, if you can get them.
So we gotta squeeze at least 2 more halves of these.
So we're going in with basically 2 lemons or 2 ounces of lemon juice. Good squeezing work. All right, now that there's lemon juice everywhere.
Wipe, 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 wipe.
You know what time it is?
What time is it?
Time for more shaking.
I think it's gonna be a little bit on the limey side.
Oh yeah? Mm-hmm. Those lemons were pretty big. So.
Yes.
Hey, you think it's nice and foamy?
I believe so.
Let's try these. I want an honest opinion.
You'll get one.
Okay, let's see. Cheers.
Cheers. I think it's excellent.
That actually turned out pretty good. Not sweet at all.
At all. This does not taste like 1990s Club Midori Sour.
So, I really like this drink. I think matches the book beautifully. Speaking of which, you should read this, but only after you finish The Blade Itself by Joe Abercrombie.
I am about almost done with that.
The author does a really good job of developing these characters, and the city, because it's modern and has kind of like that Asian vibe to it, really stands out as kind of a different read than most fantasy books. They introduce the clans very early on, but you don't really get a sense of how the clans fit into their society, how they try to control the politics of kind of the areas that they live in and exert their influence until like later on. Once you kind of pick that up, it gets better and better and better, and the depth really starts building up. Definitely recommend this to you, and I definitely recommend it to you guys as well. Thanks for joining me.
Great, glad to be here.
Cheers.
Cheers. You know what this book needs? It needs a map. Is there a Jade City map? Because that would be very helpful.
Is there a Jade?
I mean, that's helpful. It's always helpful to have a map.
Oh, there is
Yes.
a map. Yes.
That's a book for me.
The island
love
country
it.
of Kekon.
Love it. Love it. All
Yeah,
right.
Joe Abercrombie is opposed to maps for some reason.
What's wrong with it? Oh, you gotta get your bearings. How big is the sea? You know, how west did they really go? I don't know. They trekked through long terrain with a guy on his back. I'm talking about the other book, by the way. I'm talking about
The Blade itself.
the blade itself. You know, you can't walk across Scotland with a person on your back or whatever the fictional place.
Right. And how
So
far is
how
the
far
north?
did he go? Right.
Why is Nine Fingers
Don't
so
give me
removed
numbers.
from
I
society?
don't want to hear numbers. I need visuals. Anyways. Oh! Look at this. So this book has 2 maps. A general map and then a detailed street map. This is phenomenal. I love it. City of Janmun.
You know
Love
what's
it.
funny is I didn't actually look at that when I was reading it. I somehow missed
Wait,
the maps.
you've read this?
No, I just do reviews of books that I read the Wikipedia of, and then I just pair with a drink. That's the channel.
So you're telling me you did not look at that map?
I don't think I ever needed to refer to a map in this one. They just kind of stay in this like city the whole time. But in Abercrombie, yes, there's the North,
Yes.
there's the Union.
That's right.
There's Gurkle and there's other areas.
That's right.
So
Which
yeah,
I
it's,
believe is in the South, but I'm not sure. That's the problem.
yeah, nobody knows except for Joe.
Although I do appreciate books where main characters die unexpectedly.
Okay, so you're like a George R.R. Martin fan.
Yes, love it. Chop their heads. Chop their heads. But they paid a lot of money. This is a real TV star.
Ned Stark, he's like the main character.
Out. Did not see that coming. Did not.
No.
And I read the books.
Okay, I don't know what to say about that. Okay, are we done here?
I've been done for a while.
Let's make another one.
Yep.